2016.
Well, let's talk about that quickly because you open up that can of worms. What are your thoughts on kind of where marketing's at in 2024 compared to 2023?
24, it's tough. It's like the meta world. It's Google. It's influencer marketing, so expensive. Cost of any type of marketing for any business is like can make you or break you if you make the wrong decision. It's like a money pit. So
you're finding it's a lot more
organic has reduced.
Organic
a lot.
I was going to say so you're finding it's a lot more pay to play.
Yeah,
a lot more pay to play.
So margins are not like they used to be.
Yeah,
but
algorithms are not what they used to be.
iOS changes, the privacy policies,
email deliverables aren't what they used to be. Like the whole thing is just.
That's why back in the day, even though we thought there was like such a competition for us out there when we kind of first came into the industry, it's nothing to like what it is now, and that's why for me, like it's hard to pinpoint that one. It's probably a whole podcast on its own to talk about like what are some things that are key to kind of utilize in 2024 because they are. It feels like even now with the economy, it's honestly like this hill is getting steeper and steeper and harder, and respected brands and brands that have been there with trust and loyalty in the space are the ones that kind of like have to just weather the storm to get like that second wind when times get better. But in saying that, like what you said before, Dane, about that pivot, even if one space, it's like I said the example yesterday. Remember the coffee example? Okay, so right now, I said, Nathan, what's in my team? What's the first thing if you guys were trying to like tighten up your wallets a little bit, save some money? What's the first thing that goes? And everyone goes, or coffee, getting my coffee or, from a coffee shop.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, opportunity. So you're buying instant. So even though coffee as a category is going down, you're still going to buy your coffee and make your instant. So the instant, Nescafe or
you're just not going to buy it from a brick and mortar business.
Exactly.
You're going to buy it from an e-commerce
You're
business.
You're going to find where the best savings are to get your coffee fix. And I feel like with health and fitness, it's a very similar kind of like industry right now where like people want to buy activewear or buy their supplements or they want to buy their protein snacks. Okay, like what's the better choice to make? And I think as an informed consumer, the better choice is probably the trusted brands or the specials or the sales period. So you've got to pivot, not just like with products and what you're doing as a business, but also what your offering is. And I feel like that pivot in a business, week to week, month to month, and also away from big launches and big product innovations, you've got to be able to pivot in the space as well.
And I think you can't just have a good marketing strategy these days. You've got to have a good product, and it's got to be a unique product. Like you look at some of these products that have boomed lately, the Stanley Cups and they're unique and they're different. Anyone can literally go on, the website, on the internet and buy a pair of leggings and try and sell it. But how are you different to the next person to you? Like
the example that I would use about that is like when you buy designer, you buy Louis Vuitton or a Dior or whatever, you don't buy it because it's an amazing bag. You buy it because of the brand. And I feel like this day and age in the era, it's a good quality product.
You attach the brand to an emotion.
Yes.
Right? So that emotion could be like, it feels premium, feels luxury or a thought process, something like that. Yeah. So I think like brand trust triggers emotions in people. Like what are you guys doing? What do you guys say doing differently now at this scale and stage of your business? You've obviously, I can go into a local Coles or you guys are there, or I can go into Rebel Sport the other day with my eldest and there's some MN gear there and stuff like that, and obviously I'm kitted out in it, right? So like, what have you guys done to continue to build on the brand trust that you guys have built up over the last 7 years in today's space?
I think it's quality of products, but also the customer experience. So we put a lot of, and we have from day one, a lot of emphasis on customer service. We will reply to everyone, every comment, every DM, but it won't just be like an automated reply. It'll be a conversational reply. It'll be an in-depth reply. Essentially we're having a casual chat with you. Like it's not just this robotic.
It's not a chatbot.
No, but it's also more than just a little reply. Like we really want to give our customers the best experience and to make them feel like they're part of something more than just buying a piece of activewear or some supplements.
Yeah, it's also
like that's what we've done really well from the start.
If there's an issue or return, make it as easy as possible. And it's that experience across, be it the website, the customer service, the marketing, just the brand has, even our expansion into other categories, there's also been expansion within our business where, for example, our activewear, it's like we're very welcoming to, double extra smalls to 3, 4 XLs. in sports bras, in leggings, in bottoms, and etc. And I feel like being that brand that kind of ticks a lot of boxes instead of being a niche brand about just one type of customer has led us to welcome a lot of customers into our brand. And I feel like just being welcoming, the quality of the products is also important. And I think that what we changed from back in the day, Nathan, is just our reinvestment into the business, be it from quality control to even our products. Like I know a lot of brands say, in the supplement world, oh, you guys have sold out to go to Coles or go to mainstream FMCG. But what the consumer sees in that is trust. The one thing that I noticed being in supplements and we've seen is that the third-party testing and the originalness in that space to be in the space we're in is such high level versus having Joe Blow release a pre-workout or a protein and drop at his mate's supplement shop and sell it in there with no control in QC or FSANs or anything like that. Where I feel like it's just very cowboyish a little bit.
Yeah.
And I feel like, being able
the sup industry is known for that, right? To a certain extent.
It's like you see brands out there.
Especially in the States.
That's how it is over there. And you see a lot of legal things happening overseas, which kind of hasn't happened in Australia. But I don't think we're too far off from, being a bit more controlled with
regulated.
Regulated